there and entertain the fans. He's not there to play around. He's trying to smoke you. And that's what life's supposed to be about. Roach is not just your average everyday opponent. Roach is a person who knows Tank, who's been around Tank his whole life. This is a different fight. You can't put Roach to the side like that. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not saying that he's going to win the fight. I don't know that. But Roach cannot be this underrated like that. You understand me? You got to understand that Roach came from basically the same ecosystem as Tank came from. Roach is a very formidable opponent. So I'm not going to talk about none of that when we get by Roach. Because what I'm telling you about the other stuff don't really mean.
We know that Gervonta's going to fight Jake Paul in November. And then we'll see what happens if there's an AJ fight. Be interested to go from Gervonta Davis to Anthony Joshua. But I don't think the Chavez fight is terrible. I think it's a smart bit of business.
Isaac Cruz has been training with Gervonta "Tank" Davis ahead of the rematch with Lamont Roach. According to Cruz, Tank is locked and focused like he's chasing something. He's not playing, Cruz said. I think Lamont lit a fire in him, and I can see it. He's dangerous again. Having already gone 12 rounds with Davis in the past, Cruz has made it clear he wants another shot. But this training camp isn't about friendship, it's about scouting. He's studying Tank's form, his adjustments, and how to prepare for the next time they meet in the ring.
We did how many rounds? We probably did at least 8.
Yeah, but you in the bag for about 8 too.
Yeah.
That's good. You're not in bad shape.
Since that fight, Cruz moved up a division and claimed the WBA super lightweight title by stopping Rolando Romero, but lost it in his next outing to Jose Valenzuela. Meanwhile, Davis stayed at lightweight and recently demolished Frank Martin, with a knockout that reminded everyone why he's such a feared finisher. And out of the 30 opponents Davis has faced, only to have gone the distance, German Miraz early in his career and Cruz. Everyone else got stopped. The power's real, the timing's lethal, and most fighters just can't handle it.
First fight. It was a close fight. Since the knockdown is no draw. I mean, it was a draw. You got to give it the draw, but I think Tank can come in a little different, but I think Roach will still be there to counter him and do everything, but I think Tank will pull out the victory.
Do you think Tank has more to prove because of what everybody was saying about him, that he did take the knee, that he should have been countered as a knockdown, he should have lost that fight? Do you think Tank has more to prove?
No, I don't think he got what to prove. What he proving? He ain't lose.
Good.
Yeah, he ain't lose.
But Lamont Roach didn't end. It's the way that first fight ended that's causing all this tension. In their first meeting, Tank looked vulnerable. Roach boxed smart, made him miss, and controlled the pace. The most talked about moment came in round 9, when Davis took a knee. The ref didn't call it a knockdown, but replay clearly shows Davis went down without taking a clean shot. He later blamed grease in his eye. Some fans weren't convinced. They thought Roach deserved more recognition. The fight ended in a majority draw, but Roach didn't hold back afterward, saying he won and would make it even clearer in the rematch.
See who it is. Hey, who is the dude? Who is the dude?
And that right there is why Gervonta Davis fights don't go the distance.
That's when things got messy. Most people assumed the rematch would be finalized quickly, but Roach went online and said Davis hadn't signed anything. Just days ago, after more online exchanges, Roach posted, "Lo, buddy, know damn well I ain't mess around like that. He gassing y'all up just to justify why he ain't do his part of the deal yet. He really might pull out of the fight. Stay tuned." That post triggered a storm of reactions. One fan commented, "Gervonta is scared as of Roach. Do your big one again? In the rematch? Stamp that." Roach replied, "If he actually fight, let's see. You gonna pull a Ryan and say he not fit or some stuff?"
Something funny. I was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th. We was talking shit, right? But he like, "You ain't gonna win." I said, "Why not? What you talking about?" He like, "They ain't gonna give it to you." I said, "Oh, is that right?" So, you know, that's how boxing works. It's sad to say, you know, that's how boxing works. I'm not like totally upset. I figured.
The tension had already started earlier. On June 14th, Roach tweeted about all the hate he'd been getting. Davis fired back, "It can get bad for you inside and outside. Keep faking." That got spicy fast. A fan chimed in about unpaid money from the first fight. "You said that the last time give that man his 1.0K, Davis responded. "He not getting nothing." Tell him to come take it. Roach didn't hold back, replying to another Tank tweet. You still tweeting and deleting like a guy? Really won't get on that with you? Tank, who's since deleted his posts, clapped back. Should have been on that, instead of calling around for that 250K. What are you waiting on? This bag bigger? The stuff you forgot? Roach snapped again. What's up with you, little bra?
If you go my honest opinion, I feel like me and Lamont Roach, stylistically, is the hottest fight in the weight division. Yeah. Lamont Roach stood right there with Gervonta, the hardest puncher in the division, right? Ooh. So put him up against me, I'm not going nowhere.
Y'all really gonna box, man.
We're gonna fight. I feel like stylistically, that's one of the best matchups in the division for sure.
It's gonna be a lot of rolling in that fight.
You know, I'm an argumentative motherfucker,
it's
right?
Gonna be high pace.
When I have my belief is my belief. Lead me to.
Things kept escalating. Roach posted more and more, saying Davis was stalling on the rematch. He called out the silence, the excuses, and even compared Davis to Ryan Garcia, who famously pulled out of a fight citing mental health reasons. Davis has since gone quiet, deleting everything related to Roach, but his silence speaks volumes. Now fans are beginning to wonder if Tank is truly hesitant to take the fight.
You know what I mean, so close, like, but neither one really, it wasn't nothing to separate them. You know what I mean? Based on the judges' scorecard, yeah, if the knockdown would have played, Roach would have won. I think it should have been because Sweat, no matter what, take a nigga is a nigga. I know that, I feel on that, but it is what it is. They didn't call it, no excuse. Tank was doing a lot early. Like, I rewatched the fight, I think 2 days ago. I was just up, I'm like, man, let me watch this fight over. Like.
Inside the gym, though, it's a different story. Davis is looking sharp, sparring with new styles, upping his conditioning, and zeroing in on timing and defense. A trainer close to the camp said, he's serious again. That draw woke him up. You can't coast at this level. Another source said, this time, it's not all about power. They're focusing on footwork, counters, and preparing for a Roach who's likely more confident than ever.
I think, like, look, man, if Tank ain't on his A game, it could go left for him.
I mean, yeah, I still think that, you know, behind closed doors, if he don't focus up, it can go left for him. But Tank is a true competitor. Tank is a guy that he's scared to lose. So I think that night woke him up, like, oh shit, like this shit can really go left any given moment.
Cruz, watching all of this, knows exactly what he's seeing. Lamont surprised me, he said. You don't expect that from a technical guy. But now Davis knows what's coming and won't underestimate him. Cruz sees the difference. And he's made it clear he wants another shot. Being in camp with Davis gives him rare insight into what's changing. It's not just training. It's intelligence gathering. He wants to be ready to beat Tank. And if Roach does it first, Cruz wants to. Be next. This time I break him, Cruz said. You'll see.
I just so happen to be a boxing fan that the fact that I do watch him fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really like boxing.
Are you open to immediate rematch?
In my contract, immediate rematch was signed. I signed for the immediate rematch when I signed for the first fight.
Right.
Just in case he lost or just in case it was a draw.
So when you got a rematch clause, how long we take?
It's up to the A side and when they want to fight. So I'm thinking it's going to be soon. I'm hoping it's going to be soon. Let's say that.
What is soon to you? When you say soon to me, I'm thinking a month.
I'm thinking July.
I'm thinking July for sure.
Roach isn't backing down. On a recent podcast, he said, I embarrassed him. He doesn't want that again. Can talk all he wants, but he saw something that night that scared him. Roach has been vocal about the scoring, the ref, and what he believes was a missed knockdown. He thinks the rematch will be more decisive, and he sees the delay in signing as proof Davis is stalling. When asked if he thinks the fight will actually happen, Roach was firm. He has to fight. I'm not letting. It's slide. Not after that draw. I already beat him once. I'll do it again clearer.
They keep talking about Gervonta Davis as a possible fight, man. You like that fight because he's little, like he's your size.
I like that. I like that. I mean, I like that, but you know, let's finish first this one because this one is a taller champion like that. So I have a lot of things to do in training.
With no fight officially announced, pressure keeps building. Davis has gone quiet, but his gym activity shows he's gearing up. Roach, on the other hand, is going full throttle, using interviews, posts, every platform to paint the picture that Davis is ducking him. Cruz is right in the middle, learning, waiting and hoping to get his own rematch from 3 years ago. There's tension all around. Tank wants redemption. Roach wants a statement. Cruz wants revenge. But as long as there's no signed rematch, the drama keeps playing out in the open. Roach showed up at Fanatic Fest in New York with one goal: make Davis uncomfortable, not just with talk.
Manny, when you beat Barrios, what's next? Are you going to fight Ryan Garcia, Haney, Lopez, Gervonta Davis? Are you ready to go through these fights?
One at a time.
But you want those guys?
We'll see. We'll see. I always, I cannot say after this I'm going to fight like that, you know, but one at a time. After the fight, we can see, we can talk. Like.
He knew exactly what to say and how to say it. Roach came in ready to crank up the pressure on a man who's been oddly quiet since their controversial draw. When asked about the rematch, he didn't stutter. His message was cold and clear. Off the grease, Tank, so you actually feel my jab. The crowd at Fanatic Fest laughed, but Roach barely cracked a grin. For him, this is personal.
If the fight went either way, and I was happy with the draw decision. In my opinion, I could say that Tank edged it if I was judging the fight. I had Tank up by 1 round, but that knockdown took it down a round. So, in my conclusion, I mean, like, no, I still think it was a draw, because I had Tank up by like 1-2 rounds. It was, but that, like, the knockdown, it was all over the place. So I really don't, depending on how the ref take the bout, I think the bout came into a ref hands, honestly.
Did that teach you something about the business of boxing? Heading into the pros?
He was talking about that infamous 4th round in their first fight when he landed clean and watched Davis take a knee. The ref dismissed it. No knockdown, no point lost. No change on the scorecards. Davis weathered the moment, made it 2, the final bell, and kept his title. But Roach saw something that round, something that changed everything. He saw fear.
I had something on the table. So people who think I'm taking this fight for money, that wasn't the thing. Because I actually had an offer that was higher than the Tank fight.
Oh, for real?
Yes. To defend my belt. So, for all the people who think I was, oh, he doing it for a check. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to shut people up.
Yeah. I mean,
that's
doing it for a check. We ain't doing it just for the check.
We ain't doing it just for the check. But
sure.
trust me, because don't forget,